I know I've been over here talking to Facebook, trying to keep them entertained until y'all pop through. You feel me? How y'all feel this morning, YouTube? Come on into the assignment. Yeah, I gave y'all some clarity too. What's up? We gonna meal, do barbecue, or stew. Which one we gonna do? Y'all want to change? Y'all want to change the look here? Bomb. How's that? That's a different look. Okay. How about this one right here? How that look right here? Nope, that ain't no good look. How about this one? Let me see. Nope, it ain't changed. Wow, it ain't gonna change. I'm finna here try to be sporty. And the universe say, nah, I ain't about that right now. It ain't about you trying to be sporty. You feel me? Like it ain't about you trying to be sporty right now. You gotta go to the side. Right? Let me get to the assignment, y'all. Anyway, how y'all feel this morning? I'm gonna cut this light on. Y'all ready? On the march. You ready? Are y'all ready or no? Come on, YouTube. I know you just got on. Snap in now. Come on now. Snap on in. You ready? Gather around the table. You hear me? You're ready? Okay, come on. Got these scrubs on this morning. I'm ready to go all the way in now. Yes, I am. You ready? On the march, get set. Ready, go. You back live? We okay? Okay. You back live? Okay, we all right? Okay, this better? Is that better? I'm just trying to find out is that better. I'm just trying, hey, look. I'm just trying to find out is that better? That's what I need to know if it's better. Y'all see I got these scrubs on this morning. We got to scrub in. Y'all ready to stretch your mind? Are you ready to go past the point by which the limitations have caused you throughout your thing called life? There's been limitations, borders, boundaries that you've operated from a safety net perspective. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all done been all safe out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to be safe. It's okay to walk in caution. It's okay to walk, you know what I'm saying, circumspectly. You know what I'm saying? Walk the way you desire to walk. You feel me? Walk circumspectly. That's what you want to do. Walk circumspect. Walk prudent. That's the word. Give y'all some clarity. Ooh, is that better? Yeah, that's a little bit better. What's up, y'all? You too. I know y'all want to see me how I look. You know what I'm saying? Okay, man, I got a bad hair day today. This ain't time to see me like that. Y'all got to see me with the hat on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. What's good with y'all this morning? Come on into the assignment. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm here to tell somebody something. I just don't know what it is at this moment. I'm just here to tell somebody something. I just don't know what it is. You feel me? I'll figure it out as time progresses. That's usually how the universe works. You know what I'm saying? I'll figure that stuff out as time progresses, right? As time progresses, I'll figure it out. I promise you I will. As time progresses, I'll figure that thing out, what needs to be said. Because y'all know a lot of times I be shooting from the hip. You know what I'm saying? I be shooting from the hip sometimes. I just came in this morning with my Sora. I'm running a little behind schedule, so I ain't log on to 10:08, but y'all know I'll make that up to y'all throughout the week. Sometimes I give y'all an hour and 8 minutes, you know, so to make up for the hour and the 8 minutes I just became low. But anyway, I'm here this morning. What the day is? I don't even know what day it is out here in these streets. What day is it? Tuesday, Wednesday? What day is it? Oh, it's Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, the 10th. July 10th. Today is Wednesday, July 10th. How y'all feel this morning? Come on in. Just come on in. Just come on in. Just come on in. I'm just taking my time. Y'all know this is the part that somebody told me, no, I don't want to hear you talk about, your day. They don't want to talk to you. But listen, y'all don't understand that at the same time, it takes a lot to sit here and talk an hour to the masses. Some people say they can't even do that. It's about an hour. They want to break it down to 30 minutes. I'm like, nah, that wasn't the assignment. He told me 1 hour a day, Monday through Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour. That's my assignment. Monday through Thursday, just 1 hour a day, Monday through Thursday. In the 9 o'clock hour, I'm here to speak into the mind of the people, right? And so at the same time, what I'm saying, I have to do that. That's my assignment, Monday through Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour, to speak to the mind of the people. And so what I was doing, y'all know this disrespectful, right? And so, that's disrespectful for me to be sitting here answering text messages. But I got to listen, I got to multitask. And didn't he say we multifaceted people? Listen, we multifaceted out here in these streets. And so we better have the ability to send a text and talk at the same time, or blink and breathe at the same time, or let your heart beat, you know what I'm saying? And take a breath at the same time. You better be able to do some of that stuff, simultaneously. But anyway, how y'all feel this morning? Come on into the assignment. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. Come on to I'm your health conscious coach, your intellectual content creator, and I'm also your podcast professor. And I have the ability to stand in all four of those realms, or all four of those dimensions, right? Simultaneously, if need be. But at the same time, I'm here at just to chop it up with you and give you something to gnaw on. I came to give you something to chew on. You feel me? Chewing the cud. You remember that? You know what a cow do? He'll eat early in the day. He'll come back and regurgitate some stuff, right? They call it chewing the cud. Something that he done already digested, he'll bring back up to the forefront of his mouth, right? And then chew it back again and then take it back down. That's called chewing the cud. And sometimes in this thing called life, we got some cud to chew. You feel me? So if I come and drop a jewel, or I come and drop a nugget for you to understand and comprehend, maybe it's not for the time or the season by which I first drop it that you'll understand it, right? And then sometimes you might just have to regurgitate something that the thought provoker said, something that he said, kind of, caught your attention, and then you'll go back to it and you'll chew it over again and digest it back. You feel me? So you chew the cud. So maybe I'm here this morning to tell you that there is nothing in the world, and hear my heart on this one, because this is really how I feel. There is nothing in the world that can stop me from manifesting my heart's desires. So we are in the positive mind management theme, right? This is a positive mind management theme that we have to stand under this umbrella of life and say, no matter what happens, no matter what come my way, no matter what endure, whatever things that I have to endure in this thing called life, I'm here to tell you that at the same time, we got to chew. That is crazy. I don't see no lights jumping on this microphone. Y'all might not even be able to hear me. Y'all know there'll be a lot of stuff going on simultaneously, right? We might not have the ability to understand everything there is to understand at the moment by which understanding is given, right? But at the same time, you're going to eventually have to understand that the seeds that's being sown seed that has been sown in your life, you're going to eventually have to give water. And before it's all over said and done, somebody else might come by and water that seed. And before it's all over said and done, somehow or another, the creator of all things will get the increase, right? That's not our problem. That's not our concern. All we're concerned with is spreading the seed of understanding and comprehensions in the earth, right? It cause mindset shifts that has to happen. You got to shift, man. The comfort zone by which you were once in, the familiar territory by which you operate in from right now cannot be. It cannot remain. You're going to eventually have to shift like the world did through the pandemic, and it's many pandemics that has happened in the earth that caused that shift to happen, caused that mindset shift to occur. Sometimes it comes through death. Sometimes it might come through a lot of different things that causes it to shift. But whether it's here or not or there, like I keep telling y'all, I don't see this mic jumping. I got a light on my mic that usually show some signs of life. And right now, at this moment, I don't see it jumping. But I hope y'all can hear me and understand exactly what's being said. And so there is nothing in this world, I need you to say this from yourself, that there's nothing in this world that can stop me from manifesting my heart's desires. Whatever your heart's desire is, ma'am. Whatever your heart's desire is, sir. Hey, bro. Whatever your heart's desire is, my brother, there's nothing in this world that can stop it except you. So I'm here this morning to tell you, manifest all of it. We're only here on this earth for the allotted time that we have been given. And so we might as well manifest like something of that your heart desire. Sometimes for some individuals, it might be vehicles or houses or cars, or, saying they got a dream car, or they have a dream home, or whatever the case may be. They might want something out the atmosphere that's materialistic. And that's okay too. I'm not here to judge you based on your heart's desire. Whatever it is, you might want a man, you might want a woman, or you might want a husband, or you might want a wife. Whatever it is that you might want, you can manifest your heart's desires, right? Out of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is here to give you everything that you need. I'm just here to tell you that there's ears in the atmosphere that's listening to you. You feel me? And he showed me a few months ago that there are ears in the atmosphere, right? And maybe I need to write that down. Ears in the atmosphere. It was a whole bunch of these. You see that? Look, I got a small one. Mine kind of small. You see my ear? Everybody like, you got small ears. I've heard it all my life, right? But at the same time, like, my ears, right? My ears are small. And so there are ears in the atmosphere, right? That's always listening. You hear me? I say these ears that he showed me in the atmosphere a little few months ago. I ain't never talked about this. He just showed me a lot of these. They were big. Some was big and jalaki. You feel me? You ain't never seen no female with a big ass ear. You feel me? I'm like, damn. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, golly, that's a big ear. But see, so some individuals have big ears and some, they small and medium or whatever the case may be. I'm just here to tell you that there are a lot of ears in the atmosphere that he showed me. And he said, be intentional about everything that you say out your mouth. You have to be intentional. that you don't say anything derogatory, anything low vibrational, anything on the bottom side of the atmosphere. You got to make sure that you're speaking life on the top side of the atmosphere and not death at the bottom side of the atmosphere. You feel me? And so at the same time, you got to make sure that you're speaking light words, words of light and life and living, not death, destruction, and disease, right? All of that at the bottom. And so at the same time, I'm going to reach for my hourglass, but it's too far away. And so at the same time, I'm here to tell you at this moment that we're going to have to be cognitively aware that there is ears in the atmosphere that we have to be mindful of. Because when you speak words, you better speak words from the top side of conscientious, alkalinic mindset understandings. That's the objective. And stay as much as you can away from the lower vibrational, acidic side of conscientiousness. Both are relevant in the earth, true enough. But I'm here to tell you that you're going to have to build up your aura. And in order to do so, in order to build this aura that's mandatory to have in the earth at this moment, we're going to have to stay alkalinic consciousness. Is going to be an alkalinic consciousness that's going to have to supersede our thoughts and make sure that we stay positive in the atmosphere, right? You're gonna have to stay positive. And so there's nothing in the world that can stop me from manifesting my heart's desires. My faith overrules all other opinions and options. Did you hear me? I say my faith overrules all others' opinions about me, about what's being done, about what they're experiencing, about their comprehensions of it all, about their everything. Listen, I'm telling you, my faith overrules all other opinions and assumptions that a person might have of me. My opinions and my faith, my assumptions supersede and overrules anything that anybody else might say about me, right? And so I keep what I see in my mind's eye sacred. Did you hear me? You're going to have to keep what you've seen and what you've understood and what you comprehend, about yourself, as long as it's a positive attribute in the earth that you feel about yourself. You're somehow or another going to have to keep that sacred and close to your heart. Because I'm telling you right now that you're going to run into vampires, right? And these energy vampires will suck if you're not solid, if you're not sound, if you're not, you don't have the power and the wherewithal within self to operate from your authentic self. I'm telling you right now that you have energy vampires all around you that will come and try to zap everything that you believe about yourself. They'll come and try to snatch it away from you because they don't want you to have it. They might just be jealous of the fact that you got it in the first place. And they don't want you to have it. And they'll say little sly words on the slide. They'll say little sly words on the low, right? People will say little words on the low and on the sly to see how far they can take a stab at you from the capacity by which they desire to be you. They'll just try to take a jab at you to see how deep and profound you really are. But I'm here to tell you that your faith is going to have to overrule and supersede any of their opinions and assumptions that they might have for you, ma'am. How they might feel about you. You're going to have to have your faith. The faith that you operate in will have to have the ability. They will have to have the ability to overrule others' opinions and assumptions about you. You're going to have enough faith about yourself and about who you are, and be sound enough, and be solid enough, and be secure enough, and be sincere enough. You feel me? You're going to have to be sincere enough about who you are in the earth, that know that nothing that a person say about you will cause you to waver. It shouldn't cause you to fluctuate because somebody says something about you outside of who you are and who you know you are, because you ain't nobody perfect in the earth. Ain't nobody perfect out here in these streets. And so we might as well just go ahead on and operate within the mindset. And so I keep what I see in my mind's eye sacred. And I create myself and my reality in silence. Sometimes in this thing called life, you might have to be quiet. Don't tell everybody everything, because there's ears in the atmosphere. Remember, I told y'all I saw a lot of ears. The universe showed me at one time a few months ago that there are all kind of ears in the, and they're always listening. And they always hear you. No matter what you say, no matter what you mean, you got to mean what you say and say what you mean. And so I'm here this morning as Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I am your health conscious coach and your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. I got this lab jacket on this morning, so that means we got to go deep in our thoughts. We're going to have to dissect and stretch our minds to the capacity by which we need to understand some things out here in this earth. I'm telling you, if without, listen, what's understood don't need no explanation. But if you don't understand something, there's something about this world and this world system and all the systems that has been placed in this world in order for us to be led down a pathway of a misunderstanding, then somehow or another, you might have to have your own aha moment. Your own aha moment comes through the understanding of who you are in the earth. That's when the aha moment happens, is when you understand your soundness and your secureness and your sincereness and your understanding about self, about your authentic self. That's what I'm here for this morning, man. To tell you to operate from your authentic self. I don't know why hey, listen, I don't know. Hey, look, I went back the other day, right? I just so happened the other day to look at a live in a session that I did the other day. And I sat there and I watched the whole thing from start to finish. You know, I sound preachy. I sound real preachy. I could tell y'all this is not even intentional. I'm not here on no intentional preachy type time. I'm letting you know that right now, right? I'm a whole brother out here in these streets, right? But I don't know what it is about me that every time I speak, every time I exude into the atmosphere, somehow or another, it has a preachy type of overtone to it, right? And I ain't trying to deny it, because I am licensed and ordained. I am. I do have, and that's been since what? I don't remember what year it was I got licensed and ordained. I came home in 07. This had to be, I got licensed in 09. I got licensed and ordained in 09, right? But I don't know that that's my overall intent. I know some people come on, they want to sound preachy. I don't know. I just know that I looked at that live, I'm like, I sound like a whole preacher out here in these streets. Hey, I'm like, hold up. I'm like, wait a minute now. You know what I'm saying? I sound like a whole preacher out here. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even intentional. But at the same time, I'm here to tell somebody that your faith going to have to supersede any other's opinions and assumption about who you are in the earth. And you're going to have to keep what you see in your mind's eye about yourself sacred. You're going to have to keep that sacred. And you're going to have to say this for yourself, that I create myself and my reality in silence. I know that I'm out here on Front Street right now, right? Where I'm at right now in life, I think the universe has me out here on Front Street, right? I'm out here on Front Street based on the fact that he said, open the laptop on October 15th, 2022. I was minding my own business. I wasn't even thinking about doing nothing like where I am now, a year and a half, almost 2 years later. On October 15th this year would make my second year of speaking into the mind of the people, right? And so at the same time, I'm here on assignment though. I don't care about how I sound, because whatever it is, that means it's the real true me, that and my authentic self is coming forth. So I got to embrace whatever that is. As an entity in the earth, I'll embrace it, because I know that I speak from my authentic, original self. It's organic, it's genuine and sincere. And my heart has always been this way. It has not, I can tell you that it has not always been this way. Can I tell y'all a little story? I promise you on everything I love, I'm gonna get y'all out of here. But I'm telling y'all right now, I used to, at one time in my life, did not like people. Did I tell y'all that before? I've always watched people. I look at people and I watch them. I watch how they move. I watch how they think. I watch how they operate. I watch how they voice their opinion about something that don't even have nothing to concern them, but they'll still voice their opinion. Oh, I think you should be saying that. Oh, I think you, I'm like, hold on, time out. This ain't got to do with me or you. What's happening right here behind this sacred desk at this moment has nothing to even do with me. So I know it ain't got nothing to do with you, because I'm here on assignment. Because the universe said, open the laptop and speak into the mind of the people. That's what he told me. Nobody was here in that moment. And then he gave me my hours of operation. Monday through Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour. I want you to take an hour of your day. I done gave you 24 hours in a day. Y'all know I break it down to the, and you know I break it down to the millisecond, but I ain't gonna go there this morning. It's 24 hours a day. It's enough minutes. It's enough minutes in that hour. You know what I'm saying? It's 60 minutes in that hour. Then it's enough seconds in that 60 minutes of that, you know, of that hour. Then it's enough, you know what I'm saying? I'll break it all the way down, right? But I'm here to tell you that he told me 1 hour a day, Monday through Thursday. He said 4 days a week. Why the number 4? Maybe the number 4 is for testing. I don't know. Because, you know, any 4s in the earth is testing. You feel me? And so 5 is grace. 6 is the number of man. 7 is the number of completion. 8 is the number of new beginning. 9 is the number, you know, we could keep going through that process, you know, but anyway. So I'm here on assignment. And so I'm here as I speak. This is the way it comes out. I don't want to sound too preachy. But if it's a preacher somewhere deep down inside of me, then that's my authentic self. And I am a PK. Maybe that's why I got this PK. I am a preacher's kid. You feel me? But at the same time, maybe the shifting has happened in my life that caused me to become and to create and to magnify and operate in power. Operate in vigor, operate in my vitality, operate in my understanding and my comprehensions and my acceptance and my acknowledgement of it all. So maybe this is what's going on with me. I don't know. All I know is I'm here on assignment Monday through Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour. And I'm here to tell something and drop jewels and drop seeds in the earth, right? I'm here to come by here and scatter seed. That's all I want to do is throw seed. And you know, when you throw the seed, it's like, you feel me? And it's scattered. Sometime it might fall on the fertile soil of your mind and on your thoughts. It'll take hold, and before it's all over said and done, it will give root. and eventually grow up to be a strong tree, a strong oak tree, a strong fruit tree that bear forth fruit in its own season? I don't know. All I know is that I have to create myself and my reality in silence, even though I have to speak. Ooh-wee. That's an oxymoron right there within itself, that I have to create myself and my reality in silence, even though I'm here Monday through Thursday in the 9 o'clock hours speaking to the mind of the people. I still have to know how to create myself and my reality in silence. So I'm here this morning to tell no one my claims, because the time will come when they will all confirm my change. Did you hear me? I say there's a time in your life, ma'am, that will come. There's a time in your life, sir, that will have to show up eventually. A time will come that you will have to confirm, that every individual around you would have to understand, comprehend, acknowledge, accept that you, and confirm that you have changed and you're no longer the same individual that they once knew. Because in evolving is involved with change. You got to evolve. You're going to have to move forward. You're going to have to move onward. You're going to have to move sometimes inward, because the best version of yourself is inside of yourself. It's in you. And I know that they try to give us these big black books and say, oh, be like the book, right? But that book was written by somebody else, multiple people. And multiple people that had their hands all on it and in it and through it, right? You could just read some of the stories and you could see that they done had their hand all in it. But when it come down to you identifying with who you are in self, I believe that that's where the creator of all things will eventually say, that's where I wanted you to be, in self. Because I am in you and you are in me. You are the I am in the earth. So you can operate from your authentic self and tap 100% in to the creator of all things, because he's already in you. And so sometimes that's one of the hardest parts to do, is to go into self and look at self in the mirror. And I did a whole session at one time and said, mirror, mirror on the wall. Like, mirror, mirror on the wall. What does the mirror say to you when you look in it and you do your self-checks and your self-evaluations and your self-development? I'm coming up with courses right now that y'all gonna eventually have to tap into this self-development and self-understanding and self-comprehensions and self-awarenesses and self-acknowledgement and self-acceptance of who you are in the earth. I'm building courses now. And I'm going to exude and exemplify these courses and allow people to tap in to some of these courses where we can unravel a lot of the misnomers, and we're going to have to unravel a lot of the things that has been brought our way, that we must once understood and comprehended, and then at the same time it led us down a pathway of darkness, really. He desired for us to come into the marvelous light of understanding and comprehensions and about who we are. And so I believe that the blessings, I believe that the protection, I believe that the abundance, I believe that the ears in the atmosphere that hear us speak will understand and start moving on our behalf based on the things that we're saying. I believe that we'll operate in peace of understanding, that when we walk in this earth, that we can have a certain amount of peace in spite of all of the confusion, in spite of all of the trauma, in spite of all of the governmental situations and political situations that's happening in the earth. He's going to give us peace. But that's all comes from within. I don't think peace comes from outside of ourselves. And so at the same time, I'm here telling you that your prosperity is relevant to who you believe that you are. Your prosperity is relevant to who you believe that you are. And if you believe that you're prosperous, say it right now. I am prosperous. I operate in prosperity based on who he is in the earth and based on the fact that I'm tapped into him, the creator of all things. I said I'm tapped into him, which is the creator of all things. That's what I call him, the creator. We know that if there's a creation, then there has to be a creator. And I ain't sitting out here this morning to say all this, but at the same time, I'm here this morning to tell you that we're going to have to tap into our positive mind management, right? That our mind have to be so positive that we manage our mind from positive thoughts, in positive thoughts and in positive attributes in the earth. We're going to have to manage our minds. And don't let any negative thought that come your way, we're going to supersede it with 3 positive thoughts. If you get one negative, we're going to have to hear that way, one negative thought, and then automatically click into our positive. Because our positive mental attitude in the earth will determine how far we go and how much we do and how impactful we are in the earth. It'll determine that, how we view ourselves and how we look at self. And so I'm here this morning. I tell no one the claims because the time will come. You don't have to tell anybody your story. Be silent and sit back and just operate and be obedient by the call by which he's giving you. He's called you into his marvelous light, then guess what? You're on the top side of the hourglass. Because the bottom side of the hourglass have to be darkness. The top side have to be positivity. The bottom have to be negativity. It's a yin and a yang to every part of this thing called life. This is Buddha psychology. Everything in this life has a positive and a negative attribute towards it. All I'm here to tell you is that as we exude and as we exemplify and as we walk in the light, that's the positive side of the hourglass. As we walk according to the power that working within us, that's the power. We ain't walking according to weakness. Weakness got to be at the bottom. Strength got to be at the top. So we have to walk with alkaline conscientiousness because alkalinity has to be at the top. Acidity have to be at the bottom. Health, wellness, and well-being have to be at the top. Death, destruction, and disease, where they get the word dis-ease, is really dis-ease in your body, but they call it disease, right? And at the same time, that's at the bottom. I'm here to tell you right now, we're going to have to operate with the power of repetition. The more we regurgitate what that cow do when he drop a seed, he eat his grass, he come back and he chew the cud and he'd take it back down to his stomach and swallow it, and he'd bring it back up to the forefront of his thought, into the forefront of his mouth, and he'd chew it, re-chew it again, and then take it back down. That's what we're gonna have to do. The power of repetition. There's a certain power in it. Whatever you didn't get the first time, all the nutrients and the essential values that you didn't get when you first chewed your food, sometimes we might have to bring it back up to the forefront of our thoughts, re-chew it, and then bring it back down again, regurgitate. But it's the power of repetition that's going to cause us to move. So repetition is the micro habits that you inhabited, right? And that you exhibited every day. Your thoughts, you think, where you change. I gotta, y'all see, hey, look, y'all can tell y'all what happened to me when I got across that 50-yard line. hey, look what happened to me when I crossed that 50-yard line. Boy, I crossed that 50-yard line. Hey, look, y'all better get here where I'm at. You sitting here laughing at me because I can't see right now. I gotta put my dumps on. Remember we call these dumps in Miami. I gotta put my bifocals on right now. I can't see this small print no more. Ooh-wee. Y'all, I bet y'all can read now, huh? Y'all thought I couldn't read. Now look at me. Look like a professor now, see? Professor, just call me professor. But anyway, look, repetition of the micro habits, right? I just want y'all to, I'm just gonna read some in y'all ear. That's all. Repetition of the micro habits that you exhibit every day. The thoughts you think, where you channel your energy, the environments you're in, lay the foundation of your current state of conscientiousness, right? On average, 95% of our thoughts repeat each day, and 80% of our repeat thoughts are negative. Now check this out. Y'all got to hear this one right here. Look, on average, right? On the average day, 95% of our thoughts repeat each day. And 80%, that means it only dropped down 15%. 80% of the repeated thoughts are negative. We got to change that. Not here in the hourglass. You're going to have to shift your dynamic, man. Hey, sir, 80% of your repeated thoughts are negative. Thinking negative thoughts and hoping for a positive life is like looking in the mirror and telling the mirror to change its reflection prior to changing what's in the mirror that's being reflected. As we know, we cannot change the mirror without changing ourselves. And as we can only change ourselves through the power of repetition. Why does repetition work so well with affirmations and manifestations and mantras? It works so well because it is through the repetition of feeling of a thought or an idea that a belief is formed in the subconscious mind. This repetition is feeling also strengthened. This repetition of feelings also strengthens your connection with your superconscious mind, which causes you to connect deeper with the space of infinite intelligence. Did you hear me? I got to repeat that. This repetition of feelings, right? The feelings that you have every day. This repetition of feeling also strengthens your connection with your superconscious mind, which causes you to connect deeper with this space of infinite intelligence and help you find solutions to any alignment, that help you find solutions to any problem you may have. Repetition also keeps you in a vibrational alignment with your desires. And it is through this consistency that your vision realizes itself to completion. Ooh, that was full. That was full of information right there. And that's why I believe that now I'm shifting. The universe is shifting me into courses to teach this. Y'all know I'm a professor. And so he told me the other day when I was riding the street minding my business, right? And he said, the accolades that you got when you went to school, right? Those are societal accolades. Listen to what he told me. He said, but I've downloaded something in you that supersedes the society. It supersedes it. Now, true enough, I went and got the degrees on the wall. I do. I have them, right? And when it's time, I'll have to. All I gotta do is go to my. I could pull it out, and y'all could go to the school and pull up my transcript. That. I don't have no problem with that. I have a master's degree, right? I have master's. It's okay. But he told me, he said, what I've called you to supersedes societal's accolades. Ooh-wee. And I know I'm not the only one on this live that will hear this podcast, that will understand that you have some managerial skills that you might not even went to school to go get. And you can manage a whole corporation better than some of these people that went to school and got the managerial accolades on the wall. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Because our gifts and our talents sometimes supersede the societal norm and the societal accolades and the societal confirmations that they want to give you. Oh yeah, you've done enough hours, or you wrote enough papers, or you've done enough, essays, or you've done enough periodical period reviews. You've done enough, and now we can give you this degree. But I promise you, he told me, he said, look, don't get so caught up into that, which I've never been caught up. Anybody know me, I'm a regular old brother out here in these streets. But at the same time, if you ever see me outside, you'll see me outside, and I'm just outside. And it's okay because I know who I am. And I don't have to walk with my intellectual content on my sleeve every day. I don't have to walk like that. I'm just a normal brother outside of this podcast. But I'm here this morning to tell you that this podcast right here will always give you intellectual content. I would never come in here and give you anything less than intellectual content. I am the thought provoker. He called me that. He gave me all four of these assignments that I stand in, all four of these entities that I stand in: the thought-provoking specialist, the health-conscious coach, the intellectual content creator, and the podcast professor. He did that. I ain't got to do with me. He spoke all that into my spirit. And so I'm just here operating in my spirit, in the realm by which he's called me. I don't want to sound too preachy. But anyway, now check this out. Now, don't just repeat the affirmations all day. Don't just repeat these affirmations all day. But doing so without feeling, he said, don't just repeat affirmations all day, because doing so without feelings is useless. That means you're going to have to attach a feeling to it. Again, I speak not of the repetition of words, but the repetition of feelings. So this is why he told me the other day, he said, refill the feelings. All the successful feelings, all of the accomplished feelings, all of the feelings that you accomplished. You went to school and you matriculated and you got all these degrees and you got all these, and I brought you out of prison. I brought you out of the state and federal. You know, say my feet has walked through both of those situations. He say, go back to those feelings when you came home and when you was feeling good about what you accomplished, and when you went straight to school, and when you got all these accolades and you got all these accomplishments and you got all these. He said, make sure you refill those feelings, because those feelings is what's going to catapult and propel you into a new dimension. When you refill the feelings of gratitude, when you refill the feelings of accomplishment, when you refill the feelings of advancement, or advancing through your company, or through your corporation, or through your life, when you're making all these positive attributes in the earth and you're impactful in the earth by helping people through their process, refill those feelings of victory, refill those feelings of being triumphant in the earth, refill those feelings. Because those repetitions of feelings, apparently what this book is saying, again, I speak not of repetition of words, but of repetition of feelings. Continue to feel as though you are the person you desire to become, until those feelings become so natural that it gets ingrained into your very core of your being. That's what I'm here to tell you. Make sure you feel the feelings, man. Sir, make sure you feel the feelings, and that they become so natural that it gets ingrained into the very essence of who you are in the earth. The good feelings, feelings of abundance, feelings of blessings, the feelings of peace that surpass all understanding, the feelings of protection, that he is the ultimate protector, and that he has all of it in the palm of his hands. And no matter what this system may look like, no matter what the political arena may look like at this moment, when we could sit back and watch I didn't even watch the debate, but at the same time, I heard so much about it. That's just a part of it. I'm here to tell you that you're going to have to tap into the innermost being of who you are in the earth. That's the assignment. Tap into who you are. Be sound enough of who you are that you're not wavered by anybody that's in that's in the White House. That no matter who's there, you're so tapped into who you are that it don't even matter. Because you're going to have to be the essence of who you are and the impactful person, and don't get so distracted by the distractions. Remember, I did a session on that. Don't be so distracted by the distractions. They're intentional. The distractions in the earth are intentional to keep you low vibrational, to keep you off your peg, to keep you out of your square, to keep you from aligning your life with your chakras and being sound as an individual in the earth. A sound person, walking sound, walking solidified, understanding who you are. Because I promise you, if you don't tap into who you are, you'll be waving from every wind of doctrine that comes your way. Every time a new thing comes, you'll be waving and wandering and wavering. And he said, no, be solid in self. Find out who you are and operate 100% from within that capacity. And at the same time, you wouldn't have to confirm nothing. You don't have to tell your claims to anybody, because the time will come when they will all confirm that you've been changed. It almost put me in the mind of my grandmother, right? We didn't have the best relationship. I'm telling this in my book, in my story, Out the Gate with the Lemon. And I don't really remember my grandmother ever really telling me like how grandmothers operated within, the spectrum of being a grand. And usually the grandmother loved the grandson or loved the grandchild, loved the granddaughter, right? But I didn't have that in my life, right? It was even hard for me to even cry at my grandmother's funeral because I know how she felt towards me and I know how I felt towards her. I don't know if there was any love there, right? And that's okay. And I'm talking about this in my book. And y'all want something real? Y'all want me to sit here and be flawed? Y'all got the wrong podcast. I ain't on this podcast to be flawed and fake and phony and try to make it look like my life went according to how everybody else liked it. Y'all like to go this way. This is y'all's story. This is my story. He told me to tell my story so he can get the glory, right? But anyway, me and my grandmother didn't really have a real good relationship. I remember I used to smoke cigarettes, right? I used to smoke Newports. She used to smoke Cools. And I remember at a time she used to come and get a cigarette, give me a cigarette or whatever. And I used to give her a cigarette, right? And I noticed that she shifted from the capacity by which she smoked the Cools and she started smoking Newports like me. And at the same time, I noticed something, that she didn't have the capacity to change. She didn't have the capacity to change. She didn't have the capacity to stop. And I remember one day on a low vibe, I'm going to tell y'all a story. Y'all my way. Listen, y'all know I go in and out of my stories of my book because I'm writing the book, but the book is in me and I got to get it out. And maybe I got to get it out through these speaking engagements like this, right? But I'm writing this book. But anyway, I'm washing my hands over the sink. And at this moment, I was at a very, very low point in my life. And I looked up, I had the cigarettes hanging out the side of my mouth. I wish I could just demonstrate it for y'all. I had the cigarette hanging out the side of my mouth. And I was washing my hand like this here, right? And the smoke was coming out my right eye, and I had my right eye closed. And I was looking in the sink, and I looked up. And I looked up, and I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror when I looked up that day. That one day in my Valley Low experience, I looked up with a cigarette hanging out my mouth, a Newport, and I did not like what I saw. And I took that cigarette, I grabbed it like this. I grabbed it out my mouth like this and threw it in the toilet like, and I never picked up another cigarette. I stopped right then. And when I came home and I told her, I said, I don't smoke no more. She's like, I said, I don't smoke no more. She was like, yeah, you'll be back at it. And I looked at her, I said, no, I don't smoke anymore. I don't smoke anymore. Ooh-wee. And I can tell you this about people. People will try to keep you where they once knew you at. They'll never free you until time is extended. And then I think about 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 years later, she said, you really not smoking anymore? And I said, I told you back then. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I didn't like what I saw. And that was enough for me. Nothing in this world that will hinder or stagnate or prevent me from becoming the best version of myself. Nothing has the power over my thoughts and over how I like it and over my self-awareness and my self-development, my self-intentions and my self-understanding and my self-acknowledgement and my self-acceptance. I'll let nothing in this world stop me from becoming the version by which I've been called to become. And so I'm telling you to look in the mirror. And if it's something about the reflection in the mirror that you don't like about yourself, do something about it. Don't just stay there and looking and be disgruntled about what you reflected in the mirror. The mirror is designed to do the reflections, man. Hey, sir, the mirror is designed to do the reflections for you. So because you can't see yourself until you do some introspection. And so I'm going to build some courses. That's what is going to have to happen. I'm going to need y'all to tap into these courses. I got one right now called Positive Mind Management. I need y'all to book a session with me. I need you to book a call, sir. I know you're a grown man, 40, 50, 60, and 70 years old, but you can still get help through this thing called life, through a positive mind management. And I already built this course of positive mind management. That's my very first course that I built, that I've created, a positive mind management course that will help us all through a process by which we're going to have to tap into the positive side of thought in the hourglass and keep our bodies alkalinic, keep our bodies in the light side of conscientiousness, to keep our bodies on the connected side, because disconnected got to be at the bottom. Connectedness got to be at the top of the hourglass. So, you know what I'm saying? Everything, the abundance got to be at the top. Your wealth got to be at the top. Your successes got to be at the top, because your failures got to be at the bottom. Successes got to be at the top. And so I'm here this morning to tell you it's the power of repetition that's going to cause us, the power of repetition, not in words, but in feelings. I've built a course for you to tap into on the positive mind management course. Maybe these courses will come as time progresses for me to help the mind of the people. Positive mind management. I got a cert in that. Why I can't exude positivity in the earth that will eventually build an aura and an attitude around all the positive things in the earth. like blessings and prosperity and abundance and peace and protection. Mhm. So there's nothing in this world that can stop me from manifesting my heart's desires. And I'm here this morning to manifest my heart's desire and tell y'all, book a call with me. I don't care if you think you know me well enough to even not, listen, let me tell y'all something. I have some knowledge. I have some information that has been downloaded in me from the Creator. It didn't come through societal norms, and it didn't come through societal education. It didn't come through societal advancements and understanding and comprehensions. This has been downloaded in me from the Creator of all things. That's the difference. And so I know I hold value, and I know I hold worth in the earth. And I have so many parts that I can tap into. And I have so many variabilities that I can go in and out of because I have a large variability. It's large here. Everything about me is big. And so I'm here this morning to present to you a positive mind management course that you can log on, that you'll eventually have the ability to tap into with a username and a password. That you can tap into this positive mind management. As we manage our minds from a positive perspective, I'm here to help and to assist and to guide and to lead and to orchestrate and to navigate your steps as he's doing it for me. I'm just here to offer it to you. And so it's here. Y'all know I'm on assignment. So y'all know that as I reread this, there is nothing in the world that can stop you from manifesting your heart's desires. Your faith overrules all other opinions and assumptions. You keep what you see in your mind's eye sacred, and you create yourself and your reality in silence. And you tell no one your claim, because the time will come when they all will confirm your change. And so I'm here this morning. Book a course with me. I ain't finna beg y'all, but if you want positive mind management, you need a way to try to navigate your thoughts from the positive side of psychology. Y'all know I do have a positive mental psychology degree. Hey, a positive developmental psychology. That's one of the my curriculums that I went through. That I have positive developmental psychology. So it's from the womb to the tomb. I can talk to every individual in between that. It's literally from the womb. I can even talk to a lady that's pregnant with a child that hasn't even given birth yet. I can talk to them. I can talk to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a developmental psychologist. I can talk to that person from a developmental perspective, from the womb literally to the tomb, right? And every entity and every dimension in between. You know what I'm saying? Every you know what I'm saying, population in between those two things, the womb to the tomb. And so they asked me through the Department of Behavioral Health, Developmental Disabilities, what population I wanted to deal with. And I'm like, why would I want to limit myself to just pregnant mothers? Or why would I want to just limit myself to geriatric patients, people that's getting ready to transition out of this world, not pediatrics, but geriatrics is the elderly population that's getting ready to transition out of this world. But no, I want to talk to people from every parts of life, everywhere they are, anywhere they at. You feel me? Like, why would I limit myself to a certain population? So I chose developmental psychology. It's from the womb to the tomb. It's over the whole lifespan. And I have the capacity to do that. And so I'm here this morning to tell you that, listen, it's the power of repetition. Let me get in your head and in your thoughts with some positive stuff. We all have negative, true enough. You heard we have 95% of these thoughts that come back, and 80% of them are negative. That we need to shift that. And so I'm here on assignment, and I'm here to help the mind of the people. Remember, there's ears in the atmosphere that's listening to everything that you say, everything who you are. Don't remember, check yourself before you let it out your mouth, because their ears in the atmosphere is hearing you say all this negativity. And even if you say it inside your mind, I believe there's ears inside your thoughts that hear you say it, and it tells your body that I don't believe in what I believe, that I don't believe in myself enough to even say it outwardly. But you still manifested it inwardly, and that still has the same amount of damage. So give me the opportunity to help you guide your thoughts into a positive mind management through a course. A positive mental attitude through a course. You got to have a positive mental attitude in this earth. But anyway, I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. And whether y'all know it or not, I'm on assignment. I'm here to lead and guide and orchestrate and order. That's it. And so I'm going to be putting this course, I'm put this course together. I'm going to add more to it and give y'all more insight. But I'm not giving it away for free. You're going to have to come and show me some effort and some energy that you desire to move in your life better, right? That you want to be better. You heard I said better. That might sound weird. See, worse got to be at the bottom of the hourglass. Better sound good at the top. You got to be better. Better sound better than worse. But anyway, I ain't gonna drag y'all no longer. I'm just trying to tell you, welcome to the Hourglass Era, where the sands of time converge in the morning, Monday through Thursday, in the 9 o'clock hour. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. Allow us to guide as we delve into the depths of our consciousness and navigate the interwoven pathways of our mind. Join me on this thought-provoking journey where we explore the spiritual, intellectual, and physical realms, peering into the very essence of health awareness and holistic understandings. Everything on this earth is symbolic of the hourglass concepts, and its center represents neutrality, balance, a pivotal metaphor for our journey here in the hourglass. Just as the pH transition from acidity to alkalinity, so too must we navigate our thoughts from discordance to harmony. It's about transversing the realms of the 7 chakras and aligning our conscious selves with the greater aspect of life. Each session here unravels the unexplored conscious thoughts of human existence and inviting you to awaken, comprehend, and really, comprehend the vast expansions of our inner world. Sorry about that. So come, tune in, and let's embark together on this extraordinary odyssey towards enlightenment. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Hourglass Era. I'm here. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., and I'm on assignment. I gotta go. It's 8 minutes after the hour. I gave y'all the 8 minutes that I was late from. I was late 8 minutes, y'all. Y'all know my assignment is the 9 o'clock hour, right? Monday through Thursday within the next. So it could be 9:02 or it could be 9:58. I'm still within my allotted assignment because he said the 9 o'clock hour. And so I want to get here a little early. I'm glad I get here in the time that I do. But it was 10:08 when I got here this morning. I was sitting here trying to get my thoughts together of what would I say to the mind of the people, because I never want to sit here without giving y'all a part of me that is a part of him, a part of the creator of all things. And so I'm here. The power of repetition. I'm on assignment and I'm excited. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., and I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Be blessed.